In 2018, a terrifying footage emerged from the town of Paradise, California. When fire ravaged the town, thousands of people were forced to evacuate in Butte County. In that time, a family, who were trying to escape the fire, filmed this terrifying footage.
Heavenly Father, please help us. Please help us to be safe. I'm thankful for Jeremy and his willingness to be brave.
It's literally crazy that, here, fire isn't the only danger. At many points they weren't even able to see the road in front of them, which can cause devastating accident. It really makes us think that how climate change and forest fire can affect us. Well, it seems like Father really helped them to escape the horror. On April 2nd, 2015, a person named Paul was driving through the highway to his work in his Ford Mustang. But suddenly, on the way, he started feeling uneasy. He felt his vision was becoming unclear. When he realized that something was off, he turned off his cruise control. Then everything started going black, and he passes out while driving. He fortunately missed the power line pole, which could have ended his whole life, but continues driving into the field. Just when he was about to hit the highway, his sense started coming back. He finally started driving by himself. As per him, it was the first time ever. When he blacked out, a nearby driver had already spotted him, and understanding the situation, he had already informed the police. When Paul was taken to the ER, he found out that he has low blood pressure condition. Well, we all must take care of our health and avoid unnecessary stress to keep our blood pressure sustainable. Because think, even in Paul's case, the result could have been much worse. This footage was captured in 2012, when a family was driving through a narrow country road in Slovakia. That narrow road was closely surrounded by tall trees. They suddenly noticed a fallen tree, which was on the side of the road, but continued driving, unfortunately not so far.
Задний ход, давай задний ход.
From one to another, the trees just fall like dominoes. They were falling due to ground destabilization, which occurs due to excessive amount of rain. That area was continuously raining for a week, which eventually caused the soil to be loose, and when one tree fell, it made others to fall. In this case, the vehicle was damaged, but fortunately people inside of that didn't suffer severe damage. A man named Jeffrey was driving through the highway in Massachusetts and listening to the radio. Suddenly a slab of ice got dislodged from the car in front of him and flown to crush Jeffrey's windshield and shattered it.
Planning attacks on New Year's Eve. Police and prosecutors, two suspects were arrested in the Turkish capital after having scouted out possible locations for the attacks at a central square and popular bars likely to be crowded on New Year's Eve. The suspects crossed into Turkey from Syria. With the terror threat elevated, security is high in Turkey's major cities.
While Jeffrey was unable to see anything in front, he decided to stop the car inside of the road so that he doesn't meet any further accident. On January 4, 2015, James Shaw Jr. was driving his Subaru Forester around California. He was out on Angeles Crest Highway for a scenic ride through the San Gabriel Mountains in Los Angeles County. Angeles Crest Highway is the highest elevated road in Southern California. While crossing the tunnel, he sped up a bit because echo of the exhaust sound better in tunnel. But little did he knew there was a sharp turn at the end of second tunnel. He was driving too fast to control, and as a result this happened. A drain pipe which was sticking out of the slope luckily catches his car and saved him from crashing down, which could have been more dangerous. Fortunately, James was left completely uninjured in that crash. He later climbed up and called for help. With the help of a tow truck he retrieved back his car, but that was completely damaged. We all must learn from his mistake and be extra careful while driving on high altitude. He had assumed the road in front was straight, but it wasn't. The result could have been much worse if that pipe wasn't there. In 2019, a plane had to land on Pacific Avenue for the first time in 21 years. The troops were able to make an emergency U-turn, activate his lights and slow the traffic, making room for the pilot to land safely. The landing was prompted by a fuel system malfunction in the single-prop KR-2 plane. Well, it's funny to see an airplane stopping on traffic with other cars. In May of 2020, when a vehicle was driving down the road in heavy rain and high wind, in an area which was stormy for last few days, suddenly an electric pole broke, and not only one, it also took few others with itself. The power line exploded when it hit the wet street. The street became like hell, with the debris of cable wire. A man, who was coming from the opposite direction, stopped his bike on the street and ran towards the field to escape danger. The driver, whose dashcam footage it is, also moved to another way, while power line was still exploding.